The hardest point is that my education, I'm teacher. And it's quite far from entrepreneur, from business. Yes, and I start my business and I'm working like the hobby, and I can't get this next step how to switch from hobby to the business. And then I going to Laukiem booth with the idea I need to understand if this is only hobby or I can make some business with this idea. Maybe this is quite strong, or just left it and go back to school. And after I win the Laukiem booth, I just go to my school and say, okay, I just quit, and I'm starting my business.
Madara, thank you for welcoming us to your house. How did it all start for you? It started with archery, right?
Yes, it's starting with archery because we are archers since 2008, and there come the COVID time, and everything what we have before just stopping. We have 5 archeries in Serbia, Belgrade, in Slovenia, Bled, in Georgia, Tbilisi, in Krakow, Poland, and in Latvia. And it's quite enough for family living. It's a really nice business, this archery workshops. But of course, COVID said no, you can go outside, you can make business with people, you just stay inside your home. And I started sitting here in my living room and thinking what else I can do with the archery if I can go outside. This is my territory, where can I stay? And I started to make these argons with the quivers for archery guys. And this is the beginning of everything. And first 2 years it's like more like the hobby. Before I met this LKC and Laukiem booth, and they give me this believing that it can be not only the hobby but already the business. And at that point I go into school and leave my job here and start my own business, get the workers. And yeah, at nowadays it's my full-time job. And I'm making not only archery, but already the barefoot shoes and organize workshops. And yes, that's how it's starting, and now it's full-time business. Everything what I made myself. All the patterns I draw and try to exploring how the dimensions of the feet change the shoes dimension. Because I take these 4 sizes, I need the length, I need the width, I need the heel part, and then I'm looking for the upper part, the insole high. And yes, I made the sole part, and there is 2 parts for the shoes. And then we go into preparing them from the leathers. And as you see, I use quite small pieces. That's the way where I can use these leather leftovers. That's how I like to work with the small parts. And then we shoot everything together and get nice shoes.
I actually came to buy some leather, and I think she asked for what I needed, and then I said my story because I was getting this leather from like the other end, and then I found her like a god, like oasis in the desert finally. And yeah, and then like few weeks later she's like out of blue, hey, do you think maybe you can come work here? I'm like, yeah, sure. And now I'm here.
Firstly, I made these shoes like just for my child, like the indoor moccasins, because I need for school, like for dancing, and I started to sell in Etsy this indoor variation. And I think some half of the year I just sell this leathers with thick 1-layer leathers, those, and then I get a message from customer from Spain, and he started telling me about barefoot shoes. And barefoot shoes means that they're in the shape like natural feet, the wide toe box, and the sole is quite thin to feel the ground. And I started exploring more about these shoes and made the first test for this Spain guy, and he said yes, it's good and nice, and I tried to make it better and better, and after the year I'm already full-time the barefoot shoes maker, and now I sell more than 2,000 pairs in the last 3 years.
Približne ocene pravijo, da naj bi po vnovični samostojnosti Latvije leta 1991 državo zapustilo približno četrt prebivalstva. Zakaj je temu tako in kaj so razlogi, da mladi vendarle ostajajo, odkrivamo danes v Rigi in v bližnjem mestecu Ogre.
What rural youth need in rural areas, they need the opportunities almost like in cities. And if also in rural area you can offer very nice and tasty cake, so it is very, very, very nice. So this entrepreneur which is making cake is in rural area, and also their clients are in this area too.
Being a young entrepreneur in Latvia have both like exciting opportunities, I would say also plenty of opportunities, and some unique challenges. And considering that Latvia has a small size of population, which is nearly 2 million, or a bit of less, there is kind of limited market size where young people can offer their potential product or service. But it has always challenge has also opportunities. Well, in this, let's say, limited conditions, by the way, also remembering that the young people, when they start their business, they usually do not have much financial resources, right? So in this limited obstacles, they have advantages. Latvia is a small country. It's easy to make connections. It's easy to network. It's easy to find friends, partners in the business. And secondly, when you're being in these limited conditions, your mind is more creative, so you can generate ideas. So when the young people start a business, they already kind of have to think if they can also offer their product to other foreign market.
I stay here in Ogre only because of this house, because 6 years ago I'm staying here in the parking and say for my husband, look at this old house, it would be nice to have this kind of house to renovate and live here. And it's 2 months after what I'm saying, the house is sell. And I said, you know, this is the house I say we need. I say it's a miracle, because I say I need this house and this house just come to me. And we start to renovate this house. Organic goes together, this house growing and my business growing, and at nowadays 2 years already the archery workshops again is working here in Latvia and in Krakow. And of course that's money coming inside, we just put in our house to renovate and make it look nicer.
We have one program for rural youth and to develop entrepreneurship in rural areas, and this started in 2013, I think, and through these years till now we helped to establish more than 250 new entrepreneurs in rural areas, and their ideas are very various, very different. It's starting with agriculture, for example, horses and fruits and vegetables, growing them, and of course many ideas in non-agricultural areas, so some services for people, also handcrafts and working with leather.
I started working in Latvian Rural Advisory Center in 2018, and every year, so it's my responsibility to organize this Laukiem booth learning and then this competition. And we started very weak, with weak participants, not motivated. It was very struggling for me, and we gathered some more motivated youth, and Madara was in the second year with Inese, but then there was very few participants, and also just Madara went to final, and she won. And so every year we have at least one or more finalists, and at least one is taking number one. Mother came with arrows and archery, and archery, and she's now making shoes. Something is changing always. New ideas are coming. Mother, just like me, is not very good at public speaking, as you see. We are shy, or maybe
Introvert persons.
Introvert persons, yes. And I admire her for speaking up and have a courage to participate in final, and she was so good.
This project, in my opinion, have a very good advantage. It's small scale, and it allows to prepare participants to apply for bigger funds, state or EU funds. Yes.
I see a lot of opportunities outside, but I know how easy to create business here, because we haven't the bureaucracy so hard. If we have idea, we can do it, and no one say no, it's impossible. There are a lot of people who are ready to help you and say yes, you can do it, just do, and teach you and help you. Because LKC is just one of them. There is more Latvijas investīciju aģentūra. Next step where I'm going, and of course they just keep the young people with ideas and teach them how to grow up and how to build this idea. Because I know how hard it is to set up the archery in Slovenia, for example. It takes us for 2 or 3 years. In Krakow it takes more than a year. In Georgia the same. It's quite hard to go inside with your idea and to get, yes, you can do it. In Latvia, just if you have idea, we are a small country. We have a lot of people, and this is the good side of us, I think so. Because we're so small, people amount, everyone who want to do something get heard.
This is also what now in education system in schools we are trying to make projects for pupils on the entrepreneurship. It doesn't mean that they will become entrepreneurs when they will finish school or university, but they have at least the entrepreneurship thinking mind, which is also quite important in the labor market.
Well, for me, why I would like to move? 2 reasons. One reason, because for me to sell my stuff here is a bit harder because the country is small and not maybe a little bit, not poor, but like to buy things, it's harder for them, you know, to buy for joy. And the other thing is I think the political, the things that happen, that are happening right now. So the threats and stuff. It's more reason to stay here if there are more people like us. So be strong, don't be afraid, and just do what you want and do what you love. And if you can, stay here, of course. If nothing is pushing you out of here, so it's better to stay. So yeah.
The COVID comes with some good advantages, because everything's staying online. We can stay at home and do everything online with e-signature. And yes, I see that in Latvia it's quite easy to do this business. Of course, we need to pay taxes. There is quite expensive part, but there's advantages as well. I chose this lifestyle because it's quite peaceful for me, and I found my place here to just live what I like. And as you see, this business is working. It's quite a lot of money around it, but there's no stress. It's just for everyone who's working here like to do it. And yes, it's one more plus. I can get easy people who want to work, and they still work with hands.